I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we delve into the deeply personal and transformative story of Ray Dodkins, author of Understanding Your Depression. Ray reflects on his life's challenges, including battling depression, financial burdens, and health crises, offering readers tools to gain self-understanding and control. This book is a beacon of hope for anyone navigating the complexities of mental health and searching for a path to clarity, and healing. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put him in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below the interview. Ray, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
My pleasure.
Good to have you on the show, my friend. It is such a struggle when you're dealing with depression. It often goes hand in hand with anxiety as well. Financial struggles, health issues can all come into play. When did you first start battling depression in your life?
I've been a very lucky man in my life, and had a couple of marriages. The second one, unfortunately, I threw a hell of a lot of emotion into it because I was very, very emotionally starved in the first marriage. And when I had to end it, it was catastrophic. I had an enormous mortgage. I had a big house and no one else to live in it. I had a wonderful job, and the company said to me a month after I had to end my marriage, "We want you to move to Queensland and manage our business for us."
Wow.
So that put me, the next month, they made me redundant because clearly with a big mortgage and an empty house, I couldn't move to Queensland.
Yeah.
So then I struggled. I'd never confronted the sort of pressures or feelings that I'd had. And I was so bad, actually. I used to think people that committed suicide were selfish. But then I realized that it was an opening of a door to stop all the pressure you were under. Later on down the track, I realized this. So the government forced me to do 2 years fortnightly counseling. At the end of it, I was still alive, but I had no answers. No answers whatsoever. No reasons, no understanding, nothing. So I looked inwards and tried to ascertain, basically, you become your own worst enemy. And you criticize your unthought of incapacity to be in the control that you should be as a person, as a human being. I've got an analogy. I call it like a little emotional cup inside us. And during our normal life, the cup tops up, and then we go for a holiday and we relax and it disperses out. But when the pressure gets to enough where the cup can't be undone, then your emotions become totally out of control. And it's very confronting. Very confronting.
How do you get to the point where you can get your emotions, your feelings under control? How do you get that self-control back into your life?
Well, my understanding, and what I've tried to put out there, was as we develop as humans, men and women, things form your analogy of what a perfect human being is. Like a man respected in his job, in his work, a woman for having beautiful children and being very good at a job. All those sort of things are very, very relevant and make us feel very secure as humans. Now, once that security is unearthed with these little life triggers that keep coming in, something silly like getting booked in speeding, can't pay your bill today, and then as it progressively gets stronger and stronger, you become more and more daily anxious. And then you've got to start to think, what am I going to do? I work harder.
Yeah.
Doesn't fix the problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's
yeah,
just a
and
mask. It's just a distraction if you work harder, right?
yeah, yeah. So and then after all the trials and not having answers, I sort of sat down and had some deep inner thinking about who I was as a person, why I was so distracted the way I was. The biggest problem, you see, is, and you probably heard it, most people have, oh, look, you're a bit depressed and pressures of life are on you. Speak up, stay chatty, talk to someone. Well, really? As a human, like as a woman or a man, you're going to go to some friend and say, you feel like you're the most useless person on the planet.
Hmm.
I can't pay me bills. I can't look after me house. I can't do my job properly. You are not going to open up like that.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Hello, I just lost you.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. I just can't see you.
Okay, don't worry about that. All that matters is that you can
Okay.
hear me. Talk to
No,
me a
no,
little
that's
bit
fine.
about the concept of ARC, acceptance, recognition, and control.
Well, Arc Arc was Arc was a book that I wrote primarily trying to understand just what was about life
Mhm.
and why I was where I was. And then I had a couple of women friends, one with breast cancer, one with stomach cancer, both read the book and both came back to me and said, look, this has been so helpful. It's given us another platform to step on and look forward to.
Yeah.
So we want more information. Huh.
Yeah.
So then I had this other book, Understanding Your Depression, already in the computer. I'd already sort of formatted it. And this morning I was going over my stuff to see how much I've got prepared. And I find that I've got about 3 copies of this still on my system.
Mm.
So, but the reason I rewrote it, and that's why the copies are there, was that I was trying as a man to think or enter the areas of thinking of a woman so that I could possibly tell them that even though they're very personal, there are things that are an understanding of makes a woman depressed and a man depressed. They're
Mm.
different. The perspectives are different, but they still have their own personal ideologies about who they are as human beings.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you hope readers take away from your book? What do you hope they understand about depression?
Well, my greatest pleasure would be somebody reading the book and developing a personal understanding of their own space
Mhm.
and being able to then step up and look around. If I achieved that with these books, then all the strain and pressures that I went through years ago were all well and truly worth it because I could pass this on to possibly help someone else.
Absolutely. Ray, before we leave you today, let me ask you this. How important is attitude when it comes to turning around your mental health and your outlook and just feeling better, more satisfied, and happier in life?
Well, the gratitude's very, very important. We've all got our own personal attitudes and things that I think it's formed by our development. We're all individuals, individual men, individual women, and we've all got various abilities. Some of them are not tapped, some of them are not used. So if you've got an attitude that you go in to do a particular thing in life and you're going to make the best of it, then I think that's very, very valid and very important.
Yeah.
And the thing we've never been able to learn is how to deal with the curves of life,
Yeah.
the ups and downs. I mean, most people, sadly, have never seen a dead person,
Right.
and their brother or their sister or their mother or their father die, and there's a catastrophic explosion in your mind that the person you revere so strongly is dead. So we've got a lot of things in our life that aren't helpful for us to move ahead and understand and deal with some of the things that modern life's throwing at us.
Absolutely. And I think your book's going to be a tremendous tool, a tremendous help to anyone out there who is struggling. The name of the book is Understanding Depression, and in it, Ray reflects on his life's challenges, including battling depression, financial burdens, and health crises. With this book, readers will gain tools to understand themselves better and take back control. This book is a beacon of hope for anyone navigating the complexities of mental health and looking for that path to clarity and hope and a happy, fulfilled life. Ray, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
Not a problem. It's been my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Pleasure's been all mine, sir. I appreciate your insight and your wisdom. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.